All right, everybody. So thank you guys for joining me. Today I have a real special guest. So I got Frank's Positive Vibes from. Well, I got Frank from Frank's Positive Vibes, and we're gonna be talking about the aquariums and stuff, everything he knows about the hobby. Um, so, anyways, I guess the best way is just to get started. So you're my third interview actually, so I'm a little rusty on interviews, but
All
uh,
right.
we're just getting it's going to be a pretty smooth ride. And also, whenever you need to go, just let me know.
Yeah.
All right. So, anyways, so I just wanted to start off. So how long you been in the hobby, and what kind of got you started?
I was I would say I've been in the hobby for about as a kid I used to we had a lot of fish tanks, but I've been in this hobby right here doing this tanks for about a year now, year and a half. Mainly got my kids, or is mainly the reason why I got into this tank back into the tanks. And my kids they like fishes, So we started off with a small one, and then I ended up with two more tanks. So yeah, I started off with 5 fish, and now I have so many of them. So yeah.
That's cool. So you said you had fish tanks growing up. Were they
Yeah.
yours or were they somebody else's?
Oh, they were my mom's. It was like I would say like a 30-gallon tank.
Oh, right
And
on.
yeah, my stepdad. Let me hold on.
It's
My
all good.
stepdad. He made it. He used to work for a limousine company, so he made it out of fiberglass. It was a really nice tank, you know. And let me just close my door so you cannot hear this dog barking.
Yeah, it's all good, bro. I have dogs too.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, but yeah, man. I love it. It's a good hobby, I tell everybody if they want peace and they want like some peace of mind in the house, relaxation, the fish tank's the way to go, You have a lot of nice fish tanks. I see that.
Yeah, I got three of them. That two
Yeah.
gallon. Well, this way, 2 gallon, and then this is at the 20. This is probably my biggest tank, and then this one right here is a 14 gallon right here.
Okay.
Yeah. So I purposely said 10 o'clock because that's when my tank lights go on. I don't
All
want to
right.
turn them on manually. Yeah.
Oh, they're on timers.
Yeah, pretty much. I bought this new light. I just barely got it like 2 days
That's a
ago.
nice light right there, bro. What is it? Saltwater right there, right? Reef.
Yeah.
Salt.
These two tanks, the one with the blue lights, those are saltwater, and then
Yeah.
this one in the middle, that's the freshwater one. The freshwater just has some regular LEDs on there. Um, but honestly, I don't really. Well, it kind of takes care of itself. I really don't mess with it too
Right.
much. I give it
Right.
water changes once in a while, but it's kind of like I, I just put everything in there and it just grew and everything. And
Yeah.
yeah, but
Nice.
anyways, you said so I want to get started. So you were talking about your mom's tanks earlier. Do you remember what kind of fish you had?
I remember we had I know we had like a lot of neon fish. We had like a lot of guppies. I know we had a algae eater. We had electric eel. Um, we had what else did we have in there? We had the crab. Remember, the little ghost crabs.
Oh yeah.
Like a bunch of stuff in there. I can't remember exactly, but it was freshwater. It wasn't salt. It was freshwater. So
Oh, freshwater.
yeah.
Yeah. I got you. All right, that's cool. All right, so let's talk about that tank right there. You have how many how many tanks do you have in total? I remember you said you might have a
I have
few.
2 tanks.
You have two tanks,
Yeah. Yeah.
and which one's your favorite?
This one right here.
That one right there.
Yeah, the other one's a 5 gallon, but I have no like a 10, like a little bit smaller than this one. But I just put like all the babies in when they have babies. I transfer them over so that way the bigger fish don't eat them.
Yeah, right
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
Uh, but what kind of well, first of all, how did you start setting up that tank? Like, what was the process of you setting it up?
Um. Well, the first process was getting the water in there, letting the filtration run. Letting it like I let it run for like I think like 3 days. I had no fish. I cleaned the rocks first. I cleaned the tank out inside out, and then I put the rocks in, and then I filled it up. I put the stuff in there, and then I let it sit, let the pump run, you know, do its course. And then I went and got the fish, and then I mean it's been pretty good. Like I haven't had any issues. I mean it's getting a little bit of algae down here, but for not having an algae eater in there, it stays pretty clean. You know, I haven't cleaned it. I mean I pretty much I have all kinds of sorts of fish in there. You can see them all.
Oh, you see a lot of guppies and platies in there.
Yeah. There's a whole bunch of them in there. And they keep on having babies, and I keep transferring them to the other tank. And I even gave some away, bro, and they still, I'm like, man, it's just, but it's peaceful at night too, you know, especially at night, man, when you're watching a movie, you have the lights off, the tanks on, you hear the little, to me, I like the sound of the water when it hits the pump, you know. And
Yeah. Little waterfall.
Yeah.
No, that's cool. So what made you go with that light? The little purplish, is it purple? Pinkish? Oh shit. Hold on guys. I think it cut off real quick. So we just gotta get Frank back on. I was hearing a little bit of static, so just give it a sec. He'll come back on. Thanks for you guys' patience and everything. So anyways, while we wait for Frank, yeah. So anyways, guys, so I just barely got this new light. It's a little I don't know how you want to call it, but it's a Noopsy K7V3. And normally the orientation of this light is the other way, like this little box literally turns the other way. But I put it this way so it could go facing long ways in my aquarium right now. What else? Oh yeah, so my tank light it changes color throughout the day. So when it we got Frank back on. All right, Frank, what's up, bro?
Sorry, bro. My phone went off, bro. And I'm like, oh man, I messed up the whole interview. I'm so sorry, brother.
No, it's all good, bro. I covered the air spot. No worries.
All right. Yeah. But yeah. So what's up?
Yeah, so we're talking about the light. So what made you? Is it like a pinkish, reddish light?
It's a pinkish, bluish LED light. I had like a battery operated one before, but it didn't really light up the tank much, you know. So I wanted more of a lighter, like a brighter light. I felt like it made the fish tank look a little nicer, you know. The other one was a little small one, you know, that they give you batteries for. But yeah, I'm like, this is not gonna work for me, you know. So this is my night light. In the night, I turn off all the lights in my house and I leave this on, and you know, it saves me energy and it's energy efficient, you know. Yeah, and they love it. The fish love it, and it's a trip because when I turned on the light, if I turn it off, right, and then they know when the light comes on, they all come to the top. It's time to eat. Like they know, you know. They're like trained. And it's a trip because I know when they like I could feel when they want to eat. Like I know when they're I'm like they're hungry. Like you just know like hey they're hungry. Like you can feel like they want to eat. You know.
Yeah. You know what? Something interesting is that fish recognize their owner and who feeds them and stuff.
It's true, bro. Because when I walk by the tank, I see them. They start going on like hey. I feel like they're calling me like feed me, homie.
Yeah, for real. So do you run a reverse cycle, light cycle? Like, do you have it off during the day and then on at night, or different colors?
Like during the day, yeah, I'll have it off. Like I have it on right now, so you guys can see it. But usually during the day, I'll let the the light from the outdoors, like natural light, and then in the night, I'll leave it on, like so they can still, get warm because it warms up it's like a light, like it's like a warm light, like it warms it up. It keeps the water warm too, So.
Oh, I see. Yes, I feel you. Some lights do overheat a little bit.
Yeah.
Because this light the new light that I got, it definitely heats up. Like I could feel the
heat,
the heat of just the light alone.
Yeah.
I definitely know what you're talking about. And then I had a question. So when you first set up the tank, how long did he wait, or did he throw in the fish immediately in there?
Oh no, I waited like 3 days before I threw them in there. Like I let the water, the water, the pump take its course, and before I threw them in there, I dropped in some solution for them, and then I tested the water at the pet shop when I went to get them. Before I got them, I took a sample, and yeah, the water is good. And then I asked him, hey, you know what? This is the kind of tank I have. I want to have a lot of fish, but I don't want them to eat each other because, you know, when you get certain fish, they eat each other, right? So, yeah, they gave me suggestions. The mollies, the guppies, you know, they can all be together, and you know, they won't eat each other because right now I don't have no issues. They don't fight. They get along. They don't, you know, they. I had one fish. I had to separate him because he was the aggressor, but I put him in the other tank, and he's been good, you know.
Oh, that's cool. So you know about cycling the aquarium, or
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, tutorial. I watched. I've been watching your channel a lot too. But before you came along, I was YouTubing a lot of tutorials on how to take care of it. Like, my fish tank at one point, it was really cloudy, bro. I know what you're talking. You know what I mean? It was. I was changing the water, and I said, "What?" It wasn't doing nothing, bro. And I'm like, man. So then I started to look up, like, why is the water gloomy? You know, what do you do? You know, and then that's when I started to find channels, and then I started to follow, like, tutorial is the best way to do it if you're not familiar with what you're doing, then definitely watch the tutorials on fish tanks. I always shout your channel out because I'm like, hey, you know, that's where I'm learning from too. So if anybody's interested, you know, they can come check your channel out.
Yeah, definitely. I got to start doing more beginner videos. Sometimes I feel like I'm talking and people don't know what I'm talking about, so I have to explain everything in detail. I assume whoever's watching doesn't know what I'm doing.
Right. Yeah, but
no, that's cool. So I had a question. So you said, well, keep going.
Oh, I was gonna say I had a couple pregnant ones right now still. A couple. What were you gonna?
Just by curiosity. Well, I already know the answer, but so do your fish lay eggs, or do they give live birth? I
believe they lay eggs. Yeah. I'm not too sure because you know, honestly, like in my other tank, I noticed that they're like a lot of the moms are in the reef, you know, in the plant, right? But I don't have no plants in this tank, so they just had birth. So I'm pretty sure they give live birth, you know, because there's no if you see there's nothing in there, and then there's a whole bunch of babies up here. So I'm like, they must just shoot them out live, right?
I mean, yeah, your assessment is actually correct. They're live bearers. They definitely give live birth. Just like certain sharks, they give live birth, and then other sharks they lay eggs. So it depends on the fish. But the fish you got, they're definitely live bearers. They give live birth just like a regular pregnancy. So we have a little question. I didn't know that. Oh yeah.
That's good information, right there. What's that?
Yeah. Any questions you have for me, just spit them out. You know what I mean? So I was saying we have a question from the guest, Brenda Love. I'm pretty sure you know Brenda. She's always
Brenda Love. That's my girl.
She's my co-host to this channel.
Yeah.
She has a question saying, does Frank plan on getting a saltwater tank?
Saltwater, yeah, I wouldn't mind, but I wouldn't mind, but right now I don't have nowhere to put it. I mean, and that's the thing. I would have to get rid of like this one or figure it out. But I would love to have a saltwater tank like you have, like a clownfish. Like that looks really nice, you know?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's all about getting the right system, just getting the right tank on.
Especially when you have saltwater, you have to have all the right ingredients because you know saltwater is a different animal from freshwater.
Yeah, definitely.
You got to have you got to know what you're doing all the time. The fish depend on you, and you do something wrong, you're gonna die right away. So
yeah, definitely. Yeah, I got you. And then I had a question about your decorations. So who chose your decorations? Was it you or the kids, or what made you go?
The one inside. The submarine, my kids, but the Buddhas. If you guys can see them, they were my dad's.
The Buddha.
Yeah, they're Buddhas. My dad passed away, and they were in his house, so I decided to put them in the tank as souvenirs, you know, and it worked out pretty good, you know.
Wait, who do you say passed away? Wait, what happened?
Oh, my dad. Those were my dad's. When I cleaned out his house when he passed away, I found the Buddhas in his house, and then I'm like, you know what? Those would look. They just rang to me like they would look nice in my tank with the light and the color they are, you know.
Oh man, yeah, I feel you, man. But sorry for your loss, bro. But
Thank
Yeah,
you,
man,
bro.
they look cool. My cousin, he has a little saltwater tank that I'm helping him out with. It's
Yeah.
actually a duplicate of this one. It's the same one, same
All
tank.
right.
And he put like an Aztec calendar and then like a Mayan statue in there.
All right. That's nice, bro. Hell
You
yeah.
know, I feel you. He's like, "Oh, hey Henry,
Something
is this
different, you
safe
know.
to ride it?"
I wanted my tank to look different when people come over and be like, "Hey, I never seen that before. That's nice," you know. Something different.
Heck yeah. You know, there's another fun fact. That submarine you have, I used to have it also in this tank.
Oh, for
But
real?
one of my plecos, you know, the black sucking looking fish, with the
Yeah.
hard outer shell,
Yeah.
it died in there. It got stuck in there. I don't know what the
Oh
hell, but it
man.
died. So I was like, oh man, I'm just gonna take it out. But definitely leave it in there. It looks cool. I wish I still had the SpongeBob. I would just add it to my tank.
Hey, I saw the SpongeBob set up at Walmart. I was like, I kind of wanted to get that set up. I'm like, man, that looks pretty cool. They had a little pineapple, and they actually have like the whole setup of the SpongeBob.
Oh heck yeah! You know, I was looking at Walmart the other day. They got some really nice natural looking gravel. If you
Yeah,
look
they
at
do.
the brown one, the brown tannish one they have, man, that shit looks real beautiful. Like if I didn't have the one I got, because the one I got, it's pretty rare. I haven't seen anybody with it, but I really love that brown one Walmart has. I was thinking of getting like I was almost tempted to set up a new tank just to get that gravel, but I'm like, oh man, it's
All
too much.
right.
Yeah,
And hey, the
yeah.
one behind you, it's all natural plants in there.
Yeah, you want me to change the camera angle on you?
Yeah, that looks nice. Bro. That looks really nice. I like that setup. Wow, that's
Yeah,
bad.
yeah,
See, that's beautiful right there. Like all natural plants in there.
yeah.
That's
I hope you have also. Give you, uh, still not in the screen. All right, there you
that's a nice tank. That water is crystal clear, brother.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I actually do recommend a few plants in here. This plant right here, there's
Yeah.
actually two of them, big ones. They're pretty easy to grow.
Yeah.
You might be able to grow them. I would just think about the light spectrum you got, but
Yeah.
since you use the light coming in, the radiant light, you might still be able to grow it. But these are called the Nubis plants, and they're pretty easy to grow. You might be able to actually get some for your tank. They're pretty common. You can
Where do
find
you
them
get them at the
anywhere.
pet store, right?
Yeah, I get them at the pet store. Even PetSmart and Petco, they all
All right.
sell them. Um,
Oh,
I mean, they're
cool.
not gonna be this big. I bought them
Yeah,
when they
they're
were
gonna
only
be yeah,
tiny. They
little
were
small.
tiny, and then after like a couple years, probably like 3 years, 2 years, something like that, these grew. Uh, so this tank actually has a little bit of a history.
Right.
This was actually my cousin's tank, but I bought him all the plants and everything when they were small, so he was taking
Yeah.
care of the plants. And
Yeah.
then he didn't want the tank anymore, so I was like, oh man, just give it to me then.
Wow.
I'll keep it and
Yeah,
everything.
definitely.
I used to have a lot of the same fish you guys have, the mollies and the guppies, whatever.
Yeah.
But
You got some neons in there? I see some. Are they neon or what are they?
yeah, those are little neon
Yeah,
tetras.
they are, huh? I see
I,
those.
I was gonna go with the cardinal tetras, but the only
Yeah.
difference is that the red goes all the way through the body, but they
Yeah.
almost look like the same fish. But I
Yeah.
got these neon tetras just because they were already there, and then I just added a few more. I want to have like 20 or a nice big old school of neon tetras in
What's
here.
down on the corner? What kind of fish is that little yellow one? What is it? What is
Uh,
that?
that that's a pleco. It's like the same one as the what do you call it? The
Oh, the Chinese algae eater.
no, it's you know the black ones,
Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. Okay.
but that's an albino one.
Oh, that's bad, bro. I've never seen something like that.
Yeah, bro.
He's straight hiding in that. He's like, man, that's nice. Oh,
Yeah, you know where I got that one? You know when Walmart used to carry the fish?
yeah.
Man, they were selling them for $5. I'm like, what?
Oh,
I'll buy
man.
it. I was gonna buy another one, but then Walmart stopped carrying them, so I had to probably buy them somewhere else. But you could get them at most pet stores. Man, it's a bristlenose plecostomus.
All right.
It's just an albino. It's like the same one as the black one. I got a black one in here, but
Yeah.
I don't know where it's at. And then I got these little panda cory cats. I'm pretty sure you've seen them before.
Oh, wow.
They're like little catfish or whatever.
Oh, yeah, I see him. That was bad.
Those ones actually bred before. I used to have a lot of when my cousin used to take care of this tank, there was a lot of baby ones in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, another easy plant is this Java moss. Some people call it Christmas tree moss. You could probably
Christmas
get
tree.
some of that also. We've thrown away a lot of this out. I should probably just go and trade it into a pet shop or something. But it just grows easy. I mean, it grows pretty
Yeah.
quick. But
Nice, bro.
I would honestly just give it a try with a plant. Tell them, hey, what's easy to keep. But honestly, just stick with like this, the
Yeah.
Nubis, and you'll find out quick if your tank could maintain it. All it is really the light, whatever
The
light
lighting,
you
right? Yeah.
yeah.
Hey, do you have certain gravel you need for that plant, or is it just?
Yeah, that's the beautiful thing. You could grow them without any gravel or anything.
Oh wow, that's amazing.
So that's why I recommend you this plant, because they're not attached to the gravel or anything. Some people sometimes have like a rock structure and then they glue the roots to the rock structure just to hold it, and then eventually it'll just cover the whole rock structure. But yeah, and if it keeps dying on you, just these are actually terrestrial plants. Also, you could just get a regular, just put it in a regular pot with soil and they'll grow.
Wow.
The only reason we throw them in the in the aquarium is because they're able to survive because they live like where flood zones or whatever.
Yeah.
The way you could tell from a true aquatic plant from a terrestrial plant is that aquatic plants they're more like this one down here. When you take it out of the water, it kind of droops down, while terrestrial plants, they hold their structure because it has vascular tissue. And then land plant, or even this plant, it has the waxy layer on leaves. Regular aquatic plants, they don't have that. And then the next differential is roots. Anything that has roots is definitely a terrestrial plant.
That's nice, bro. I like that plant setup though. I'm definitely gonna try that in my tank. I like that how it looks, man. It looks
definitely
looks
give it a try, bro.
Definitely. Some clear.
Keep going.
Go ahead, bro.
And I was saying that I didn't know if they were gonna live also, because I gave them to my cousin. I'm like, hey, here, try this plant. If it survives, it's actually worth a lot of money when it gets big. Like at this size, it's probably worth like 25, 30, maybe 40 bucks. But when I got it, it was only like $5.
Oh, so dang. So the bigger it gets, the more expensive it is.
Yeah, basically. Like I could cut a piece of it, or I know I cut, when I lifted it up, it kind of broke. But smaller pieces, I mean, if you were close to me, I would just give you one. But like I said, you can just buy them at the pet store. They're pretty cheap, and like they're easy. They're like one of the easiest plants to grow.
Right.
So I would highly recommend for you to try it.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely go check it out when I do get them set up. I'll definitely show you what it looks like. I like that plant, so I really like that. That's a nice.
Yeah, the natural look.
Yeah, that old school feel. You know, remember when we were kids, bro? It was always fish tanks. Always had those kind of vibes. You know, like the plants inside. And now it's different. Now it's all plastic plants. It's not real no more.
Oh heck yeah, for real.
It's rare when you get a real plant now.
Yeah. Like I said, just give it a try, honestly. And honestly, if one plant doesn't work on you, just get a different type. Just something's got to grow. You know what I mean?
Gotta just find the plant that works. Huh?
Yeah. So we kind of started discussing other stuff. I forgot we're talking about your tank. So anyways, how often do you change water in your system?
Dang. I try not to change it too much. I changed it. Well, it's been like, I would say every 3 months. Really, I don't really change it. I try to let the pump and then take its course, because I don't want to change it too much, the water, and then all the algae, everything that the fish need, it has to rebuild again, right? When you empty it out. So I try to maintain it just as best as I can, so I don't have to change the water. I try to clean it. I try to watch how much I feed them, because it has a lot to do with, your tank getting dirty when you feed them too much, Yeah. Yeah, the tank definitely gets cloudy real fast. But yeah, I try not to clean it too much. I would say like maybe every other month. I honestly I'll empty it out and
Oh, you actually empty the whole thing?
yeah, I'll empty it. I'll leave it to like about right here. You know, I'll leave about that much water so they can still swim, and then I'll clean it, and then I'll pour the water in and let them come back up.
I
But
see.
yeah,
Just by curiosity, do you have a siphon tube, bro?
huh?
Do you have a siphon tube? Like, do you gravel vac your tank,
Oh,
or
I do, I do, I do. I'm learning how to. I have one, but I'm learning how to use it correctly. But I do have one, the little suction thing you put in there, right?
yeah, the little, it's like a tube,
Yeah,
long cylinder or
yeah,
whatever. Yeah,
yeah.
I recommend you use that. And then honestly, in this tank, I only take out 5 gallons of water, which would be like right here.
Oh, for reals?
Yeah, don't try not to change more than 50%, because once you pass 50, that's when stuff could start dying.
Oh,
Just
I
gotta
didn't know that.
be careful, but
Yeah, that's a good fact right there. I didn't know that part.
yeah, definitely. No matter if it's fresh or salt water, if you change more than 50%, you're gonna
Yeah,
start getting things stressed
start
out.
dying, huh?
Yeah.
Damn.
And then I had a question of your tank. Do you have any rocks or gravel in there? Because it's kind of hard to see. Everything's
Oh yeah, yeah. I'll
illuminated,
show
but
you. Let's see, open those.
shout out to Aquatic Amigos by Brenda.
I got a little gravel. I got the glow in the dark gravel. I don't know if you guys can see it too good.
Oh shit, you got glow in the dark gravel.
Yeah. So that way it stands out with my light. Yeah. I don't know if you guys can see it that good. Oh, there it is.
Oh yeah, I definitely see it. I definitely
Yeah,
see
it's all different colors. Like it's like blue, neon yellow. You can't really see it that good.
it. Where did you get that glow in the dark gravel, bro?
I got that at Walmart.
Tell you, Walmart has a lot of cool shit.
I really did. I got it at Walmart. That's why when you said Walmart's the spot, I'm like, yeah, it is.
Yeah, 'cause, I saw these glow in the dark bees that they were selling in the freshwater section. I was thinking of getting them for this tank. I was like, damn, should I grab them? But I'm like, oh, no, maybe next time. Next time.
Yeah, Walmart's the spot. If you want a bargain, definitely go to Walmart.
Yeah,
That's what I would say. Sorry, guys.
it's all good. It's all good, bro.
Walmart's the spot to go though. If you want a bargain and you're starting off and you don't know too much about the hobby, I would definitely hit up Walmart. Because
Yeah.
if you make a mistake, it's not going to cost too much. Too much money. Whether if you go to the fish store and you buy some solution and you don't know what you're doing, you're going to pay a little bit of money, and then it's not going to work out. Walmart's always the best place to start. If you don't know, start there, and then as you tutorial stuff, you'll be able to jump in something more expensive.
Oh heck yeah, heck yeah. No, that's very true. Like Walmart sells a lot of cool stuff. Like
Yeah.
you can buy cheap fish food there. Also, the tanks they have there are pretty cool.
Yeah, they got some nice tanks, man. They actually have some pretty. Have you seen that new tank they got, the neon glow tank with the
Oh
glowfish they got
yeah,
coming out?
yeah, yeah. I
I
actually
seen
saw
that.
that today.
That was a trip, bro. Like I actually know someone. And I'm gonna ask them if they want to interview. They have a glow tank, and I was like, man, made me want one. When I walked into their house, I was like, hey, bro, where'd you get that at? And the thing is that with the glowfish, you can only have 2 in a tank or 3. They said at the most. But I mean, they're really nice. They come in
Yeah,
all kinds of colors. So.
yeah, and it's a small little tank.
Yeah, it's a
Well,
small
they
tank.
also pretty small to me, but
Yeah. Well, yeah. It is smaller than this one, that's for sure.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool. And then right now we have 2 questions, maybe
Yeah.
3 from Brenda. She said, "How did you first cycle your tank to get beneficial bacteria?"
When I first cycled it,
You know what she's saying? Oh, want me to restate that question?
yeah, yeah.
When you first set up the tank, you know how you said you let it wait there for a little while.
Yeah.
Did you let like all the filters run? Did you add anything in there? Did you pollute the water a little bit to get the bacteria growing? Or because
Um,
what the bacteria does, it sustains the whole ecosystem
yeah,
alive. So when fish go to the bathroom or whatever, the
yeah.
bacteria break it down, and also bacteria is what sustains the corals and all the fish, the saltwater fish also. So what Brenda's saying is that how what did he do to get that bacteria stuff going, or he
Oh
waited
shit.
it out for a few days?
What the hell? What's going on here? Um, I remember the first time I started it. I just let it. I filled it up with water. Remember, I bought some solution from the fish store, and then I put the solution in, and I let the pump run for like about 3 days, I think it was. And I didn't do no extra. I let it run. I just let the pump do a cycle. I let the chemical take its course. I got the water tested, and that's all I did. And then I threw the fish in. At first, I did have some fish that died though. I had a couple of fish that died on me the next day. And I think that was due to not having anything in there, right? No bacteria, nothing for
Yeah,
them, right? But as like a couple of days went by, I started to notice that you start to see like little little stuff on the bottom, like stuff that you see the fish dropping. So then um, I was hoping, I was like, man, and I was barely getting back into it, so I had lost a couple of fish due to not knowing that you can't just throw them in there and like without having any kind of bacteria ready for them, because that's what you say, right? That's what they substantiate, what they live off of. And so yeah, I would say it took me like 3 days. I just put solution, let the pump run. I didn't put no fish in there until, and when I did put the fish in there, I lost a couple of fish. And in the beginning, the first time, but the second time around with this tank, I did it. I did it right. My other tank, I lost some fish, but this one, I did it right.
heck yeah, I got you. So when your first batch of fish died, how long did he wait until you added another batch?
I waited about. I waited about. I would say a week. Yeah. I took them out and I let the pump go. I let it. They told me just let it run, let it catch its course, And the second time around, I was smart. See, I bought some cheaper fish. I call them some tester fish, little neons and some little $5 fish, And luckily they're still in there doing good, man. So you know, um, I learned that without the bacteria or for the fish, they won't be able to make it. Hey, baby.
Yeah, definitely. Let me tell you a story. Back before I knew about cycling, also, I would always choose my favorite fish and set up the tank and throw them in the same day, and they
Yeah,
would always die.
always
And
done.
then I would go back, like how you said, a week later or a few days later, and then grab another pair of fish I didn't really like so much, and then they would live. And I always wonder why. And then it wasn't until I found out you had to cycle your tank. So
Right.
what some people do is they'll grab their fish food, and then let's say the tank's running no fish, they grab fish food and throw it in there to it could
Oh,
pollute the water.
the
So
water.
when your fish die, it pollutes the water, and then that's when the actual bacterial process starts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the fact that you waited a week, that means your tank cycled or mostly cycled in a week. You know what I mean? Uh, so it took me a long time. Well, it wasn't until, like you say, back then
Yeah.
there was no YouTube, so we had to read.
Yeah.
So I had to
We had it.
read.
Yeah. Yeah. It was all hands-on learning. You had to learn
Yeah.
like from your
So
mistakes.
so that's always a common experience that a lot of people have, including me. So that's not something new, but that's really cool. It's a very common story.
Yeah.
All right. Uh, and then I have another question from Brenda. Does Frank have a test kit for his water pH levels?
I
So he
don't
has
right
a
now.
test kit.
Honestly, I don't right now. I haven't changed the water on it. I mean, it's been a while, but I mean, I haven't got the pH. I haven't got that right now. But yeah, Brenda. Eventually, Brenda. Sorry, I'm working on that.
Yeah,
But
no, I feel you, bro. I mean, I'm someone that never tests the water, and then
right.
I just bought these pH strips really just to measure a certain chemical for my saltwater. But honestly, ask anybody on YouTube. I never test any of my tanks water, whether it's fresh or the salt. But mostly the salt water is the one you really got to be testing. But
Right.
Everybody sees that I don't really test my saltwater, so they constantly ask me for levels. I'm like, oh, I don't know my levels, bro. I just
Right.
judge based on how the fish and the coral are, or the plants and everything. Um, so don't worry if you don't have a test kit. But hold on. Have the kids overthrown anything toxic into it? Oh, so we got another question from Brenda saying if the kids ever threw anything toxic, or do they know not to do or not
Um.
to?
Yeah. My little one, my little one, my older one knows better. He knows don't touch the tank. You know, don't put nothing. My little one though, he tries to grab them or he'll try to get the net. Or last time I had to change a few months ago, I had to change everything because he poured milk in my tank, and I was oh, bro, I was so upset. I was like, what the? It like completely went white, and I found like right away. I had to scoop them out. One by it was a hassle, but yeah, Brenda. But right now he doesn't touch it. Luckily, I have this little thing on it where he can't just. There's like what I mean, like a guard on top, so he can't stick his hands in there no more.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, do you have the mesh one, the mesh
Yeah,
screen?
the mesh screen. Yeah,
Okay, okay. No, that's cool. Brenda
yeah,
says oh hell yeah, that's what's up.
yeah.
Yeah, Brenda said her sister threw in dish soap.
Oh,
Damn.
poor fishes, man.
Yeah, no, and then the funny one, my little niece when she was small, she threw pennies, nickels, and quarters in my saltwater tank. I didn't
Oh,
find out until I turned the tank down and they were all rusted in the bottom.
yeah,
So
bro.
that's why my shit was doing so good.
Hell,
No, that's cool. Rainer says what's up. Um, and then I had a question of how did he get rid of the milkiness or that bacterial bloom that you had in your tank when you first set it up?
oh, that was I had to let the pump run for like almost 2 weeks. It took like with no fish, nothing. I had to leave it empty and just let the pump just run, 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 and that's how I got it. And it takes like about 2 weeks. It took me to get the tank like fully where you could see through it without having that gloom. But yeah, I just run the pump. That's all I could say. Run the pump and just monitor it. Don't throw no fish in there until it's clear. Because once you throw the fish in there and they start bacteria, it gets harder to get it clear. I learned that.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Because honestly, it happens in saltwater also. They get a bacterial bloom and then people don't know
Yeah,
what to do.
it goes crazy, bro. Like I learned bacteria bloom. That's what it's called. There you go. Yeah, man. I mean, right now I'm loving it. It's perfect.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, that's cool. I like that little tank.
Hey, when
Is
you
that a plastic? Yeah, what happened?
I was gonna say when your tank gets gloomy, it hurts your heart. Like it bugs you. You're like, oh heck no, like it does. It bothers you. If you're really into it, it bothers you. If your tank's not clear, it bothers you.
Yeah, yeah, I feel you. Nah, I've had that experience. Everybody's suffered through some kind of bacterial or
Yeah,
algae bloom.
algae bloom. Yeah, that's how we learn though. That's how we learn. How to
Yeah, yeah,
manage.
definitely. What's that blue thing in the back? Is that a plastic plant
It's a
or?
plastic plant. Yeah, a little plastic blue plant.
Oh heck yeah, that's what's up. And then
Yeah, I try. What
huh.
up? Go ahead, bro.
No, I was gonna talk to you about your baby fish, but what were you gonna finish saying?
Oh, I was saying I try not to have too much stuff in there because the tank's small. So I want to get more of the fish. See the fish more than versus having a whole bunch of stuff in there.
You said that's a 30-gallon or a 20?
This one's a 20.
Oh, is it the 20? Yeah, it has to be the 20 tall.
Yeah.
That tank you guys is the same one as this one right here.
Yeah.
No, that's really cool. Like whatever you see here, you could
Oh,
use.
you're right, bro. You're right. It's the exact same thing. You just have a different light.
I just
That's
have
right.
a,
Yeah.
I just have a little. It is a different light only. It's just a little LED light.
Man, that thing's bright. Hell yeah.
It
That's really bright.
has blues and whites on there.
Oh, so it can grow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I said, any light you get should be pretty cool. Sorry, just, have a whole bunch of fish decorations on there.
Yeah.
That's cool. And then I wanted to talk to you about your baby fry. How did you raise them? How do you raise your baby fish?
Oh, I just leave them in there. Honestly, I let them do it. We just stay in there and they just I just let them do their thing. I don't really do anything to them. I just feed them honestly, and they just grow. They have some of them. Hold on, baby. Some of them are I got all sizes, little tiny ones, and then medium, and then large.
Is it popping?
Yeah, my son's right here, but
It's all good, bro. Like I said, whenever you need to go, just let me know.
yeah, definitely. I'm gonna tap out, man. I appreciate you having me on, bro. Thank you very much, bro. It's much appreciated. Maybe when I get another tank or another time, we can interview again if you will.
Yeah, definitely, bro. We'll have we'll have another second part for you, and then like I said, man, if you ever have
Yeah,
questions
on
for
the next part, bro. Hey, the next one, I'll bring out my other tank. I'll have both tanks right here, so you guys can see both tanks. You know,
hell yeah, that's what's up, bro.
and
And
just
then let me know,
when you
bro.
want to do it. Let me know when you want to do part 2, and then I'll right now I was gonna bring it out, but I didn't want to have the audience waiting for me forever. I'm sorry about that, but yeah, you guys have a good day, man. Thank you, bro. I appreciate you.
All right, brother. Thank you, man. I'll see you
Thank
next
you.
time.
All right, brother. God bless you guys.
All righty. All right, everybody. So that was Frank. He was like I say he's a pretty cool guy. I forgot it. Hold on, let me sit down again. So yeah, I forgot to say. Make sure you guys go and subscribe to Frank's channel. He's a pretty cool guy. Um, he talks about different stuff, and also he has his own little community he's forming. It's really cool. Like I said, go subscribe to Frank's channel. It's called Frank's Positive Vibes. I'll put it in the description. I forgot to add that part, but I'll set the link to his channel and every other channels that I interviewed. I'll set the link to their YouTube page. You can subscribe, and I'll put their information. But definitely go subscribe to Frank's, and then read the last of the comments, and then we're out. Hustle through the struggle. Hey, bro, thank you for joining, man. I just interviewed Frank, so make sure you rewatch this. I'm gonna end this live, and then I might go back live right now. But this is a Frank's video, so I don't want to talk about fish because there's a lot of shit I want to talk about right now. But I'm not gonna do it in this interview, so I'm gonna tap out and then make sure you tap back in because I'm gonna go live again. All right. And then Brenda, thank you guys for joining. Hustle. There's Frank. Thank you, brother. Oh yeah, thank you, Frank, for joining, bro. I always want to interview more raza, more everybody from around the world. Thank you for everything. Brenda, if you could add that to a comment after the video, that'd be pretty cool. Hustle through the struggle. I appreciate all of you guys. Thank you, man. So yeah, that's Frank's channel. Brenda just posted it. And Brenda, put a new comment after the video, or I don't know if you could do it right now, like in the actual comment section, so people could tap into Frank's channel and subscribe. Give a Frank. But yeah, I'm gonna end this live, but you guys will keep posting comments. Frank's Positive Vibes link. There you go. Let's get it. Hustle, my boy. Yeah, I see Frank still tapping in. That's pretty cool, man. I really like Frank, man. Also, shout outs to Brenda. She's the one that introduced me to Frank. Frank barely had his channel going. He had like 12 subscribers, and now he has way more subscribers than me. He has almost like 300 and change. At his rate, he's probably gonna get 1,000 subs in like in 3 months or so. Appreciate you guys. Peace out. All right, everybody. So I'm gonna end this live and then go live again, but with a different subject and everything. I like you too, brother. Thank you, Frank. Muchas gracias, man. I appreciate it. And then if you have time, just subscribe. Just tune in right now because I'm gonna talk about this fish tank or mostly this light that I just got. I mean, I have mesh net and all this stuff, and I'll tell you what kind of tank to get, whether it's fresh or saltwater. Get a similar tank to this, and then I'll show you right now. Just tap in, all right? But anyways, guys, we're gonna end this live, and remember, stay tuned for the future for part 2 for Frank's channel. It just he's busy with his kids. And then sometimes I have people here, and it's really hard to get set up and everything with with people and everything. So either I have people over, or they have guests over, or I have my nephews here, nieces, or your kids, everything. So it's kind of hard. So anyways, we're gonna end this live and join me back right now. All right, guys. So give me probably like 5 minutes to retitle, have a thumbnail, and all that stuff. But all right, guys. So I'll let you guys go. Thank you, Maestro. Thank you, Brenda, my co-host. All right, everybody. See you guys.